So how in the world do you train an entire workforce in one of the most demanding, fast-paced industries on the planet? Yeah, we're talking about hospitality. In this explainer, we're going to look at how artificial intelligence is completely flipping the script on professional development in this really high-stakes world.
Everything really comes down to this one simple truth. The folks who are interacting directly with guests, the concierge, the server, the person at the front desk, they are the brand. Every single one of those interactions shapes a guest's experience, which means their training isn't just important, it's absolutely crucial for success.
And that leads us to this massive paradox, something we're calling the Frontline challenge. The very employees who are the most visible, the most important to the customer experience, are also the ones with the least amount of time for any kind of traditional sit-down training. It's a huge problem.
Just think about the concierge for a second. Their job isn't sitting behind a desk. It's being a master of motion. They're coordinating requests, solving problems on the fly, and always moving through the hotel. You can't just pull them into a classroom for an hour. Their classroom is the lobby.
Or what about the waitstaff? From the moment their shift starts, they are on. They are constantly talking with guests, taking orders, and making sure that whole dining experience is seamless. There's literally zero downtime for a training seminar in the middle of a dinner rush.
And then you've got the housekeeping team. Every single minute of their day is meticulously scheduled to make sure rooms are perfect for the next guest. Their job is a constant race against the clock, which makes a formal class feel like an impossible luxury. So the challenge here is crystal clear. Time is the enemy of training.
Okay, so if that old one-size-fits-all classroom model just doesn't work for these roles, what's the alternative? Well, the answer lies in a completely personalized approach, and it's all powered by technology. This is where the Europe Hotel School London comes in. They're tackling this problem head-on by partnering with an AI platform called Thirst. And what Thirst does is completely reframe the whole idea of learning. It's not just some library of courses. It acts like a personal learning assistant that creates these hyper-personalized learning paths for every single employee.
But how does a personal assistant know what you need to learn? Well, first it has to get to know you. And in this system, that process is called mapping an employee's skill DNA.
So what exactly is skill DNA? Think of it like a unique professional fingerprint that the AI creates for every single staff member. It highlights what they're already great at, but maybe more importantly, it pinpoints the specific areas where they could improve. It gives this complete 360-degree picture of their abilities.
And this isn't just guesswork. The AI builds this profile by analyzing 3 key streams of data. You've got the qualitative feedback from colleagues, hard performance numbers, like guest satisfaction scores or sales figures, and of course, how employees rate their own skills. It pulls all of this together to create an incredibly accurate view.
All right, so once the AI understands an employee's unique skill DNA, it can get to the most important part, delivering the right training at exactly the right time. And trust me, this is where the real magic happens.
Let's make this real with an example. So, here's a bartender. The AI looks at their data and sees, okay, they are fantastic at cocktail preparation. That's a clear strength. But it also identifies a gap. They're missing opportunities to upsell premium spirits, which, as you know, directly hits the bar's bottom line.
Now, the system doesn't enroll them in some generic day-long sales course. No way. Instead, it uses a strategy called just-in-time learning. And it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It delivers a little piece of relevant information right when it's needed to fix that one specific gap.
And here's what that looks like in action. The bartender gets a little notification on their device. It's not a textbook chapter or a long lecture. It's a quick 2-minute video on suggestive selling techniques that they can watch during a quiet moment. It's targeted, it's fast, and it's something they can use with their very next customer. When you take a step back and look at this whole process, you can really see just how powerful and efficient this AI-driven model is compared to the old way of doing things.
This slide really breaks it down. The old way was generic, right? It wasted people's time on stuff they already knew, and let's be honest, it usually felt like a chore. This new model is hyper-personalized, it's surgically focused only on the knowledge gaps, and because of that, it feels less like a requirement and much more like a genuine support tool.
And the results, well, they really speak for themselves. When learning feels relevant and actually helpful, engagement just skyrockets. Employees are way more likely to participate, to actually absorb the information, and, this is the most important part, apply those new skills on the floor.
And that translates directly to better guest reviews, more repeat business, and, of course, increased revenue.
So what the Europe Hotel School is showing us is that the biggest barrier to training, which has always been time, can be totally overcome with a smarter, more personal approach. They've proven it's possible in one of the most demanding industries out there. And that really leaves us with a powerful question. If learning can become this personal and this efficient for a hotel, what could it do for your industry?